Hello, my name is Ruth. Welcome to my channel, Flora Lily Birth School. I am a busy mum of three, but I am also a certified hypnobirthing instructor, and I am super passionate about helping couples to have a better experience of birth. If you're pregnant with your first baby, hypnobirthing might be a word that you're hearing for the first time, or you might have heard it floating around, you might have seen it on the internet, you might have heard people talking about it. And I know that hypnobirthing can come across as something a little bit strange, a little bit woo-woo. It kind of sounds like just women birthing naturally, perhaps at home or outside, or something a bit mysterious and not suited to all types of birth. But I really want to break the stigma around hypnobirthing, and I really want to show people how it is for all types of birth, how it's scientifically backed, how it helps to support your body, and how it can empower you to have a better experience. And although I am a certified trained hypnobirthing instructor, I have experienced it myself, which is why I'm so passionate about teaching, because I have experienced a birth where I didn't use hypnobirthing, and it was long and it was painful. I was terrified. I cried through most of it. I felt so powerless and so out of control. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what was going on with my body. And it was just one of those experiences that you explain as awful. When you hear people describe their birth as awful, I was like, yeah, that was horrific. I never wanted to do it again, but I knew I wanted to have more children. So when I got pregnant for a second time, I needed to find a better way. And I came across hypnobirthing. I took a course that was led by midwives, and I was just absolutely amazed by the information that had been given to me. It was honestly such a light bulb moment where I just thought, oh my God, if I had known this information from the start, it would have been a totally different experience. And then from gaining all that experience and practicing and preparing for birth, I suddenly had this newfound confidence. I felt so empowered, and I was actually really looking for birth. Everything that had happened in my first birth, I could put to the back of my mind or use it to learn from it and move forward and have a much better experience. I then went on to have 2 incredible hypnobirthing home births, and I just look back on those births in complete awe. And after those births, I just thought, I need to be sharing this information with people. I need to be getting this information out to other couples, because, you just sort of tend to think the hospitals know best, the midwives know best, I'll just go with the flow. And when that happens, your power is taken away from you, decisions are made for you, and birth can become really scary and really traumatic. I really want to show people that knowledge is power. And once you have all this knowledge and understanding, you can make birth your own. You can make your own decisions. Medical professionals can give you guidance. They don't always know best for you. But this should hopefully take you on a journey. And I'm going to be posting regular videos weekly to help give you more tips, advice, techniques, tools that you can use, information that you can use as a basis to then start building your own research and to start creating your own preparation and getting really ready for birth. So today in this video, I'm just going to be breaking down exactly what hypnobirthing is, what tools and techniques we use, why we use it, and how it is scientifically backed, and how it can support you to have a more positive, more in control, empowered birth. And then do go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I am going to be posting weekly hypnobirthing videos, lots of tools and techniques that you can learn and practice, a lot more in-depth knowledge, and hopefully it can be part of your birth preparation journey, and you can share it with other pregnant people that you think will find it helpful. So your body has a very particular process for birth. When we say our bodies know how to birth, they do. There's a very particular process that it follows, particular hormones being released, particular messages being sent between mum and baby, the uterus contracting, hormones flowing around in the blood, the environment matters and who's with you. There's lots of different things that come into effect that allow the body to go through its process of birth. But the one thing that can stop that or get in the way is our minds. We have many different beliefs about birth stored in our subconscious mind, from years of growing up, all the stories we've been told, all the things we've seen on TV about birth being this screaming, shouting, horrifically painful experience. And so because we have all that information stored in our brain, its job is to keep us safe and protect us. So it will always look to see what things we have stored there with any experience that we're going to go through, whether that's giving a speech or, if you have a fear of dogs. It's going to look for previous stories and experiences, and it's going to say, is this situation safe or not? So if everything that you have stored in your subconscious mind is about how awful birth is, how scary it seems, how painful it looks, then your brain is going to try and stop the process. It's going to try and protect you. So during labour and birth, it will activate your stress response, your fight or flight mode, to try and get out of that situation and to try and prevent your body from moving forward in birth. It doesn't want you to experience that. It doesn't want you to feel the pain. It doesn't want you to be laying on your back, screaming, pushing a baby out. It's going to try and stop that process and keep you safe. So what then happens is you have adrenaline flowing around your body, which interrupts all the other hormones that you need for birth, which in turn then stops your uterus contracting. The other thing that happens is that you then end up in this cycle of fear, tension, pain. So when we're afraid or anxious about something, we tense up. And as we tense up, we experience pain. And then we're reaffirming, oh yeah, there's that pain I was expecting to feel. So then you feel even more fearful of the pain. You end up more tense. And then you end up in more pain, and you just end up in this vicious cycle of pain, fear, tension, pain, fear, tension. So what we want to do with hypnobirthing is to shift our mindset away from fear so that we can turn down that stress response, keep that fight or flight at bay, and have a more calm, in controlled birth where we're telling our brains, this is okay, this can happen. And just really cementing that mind and body connection so that they can work in harmony and move forward together. So to make that really clear, hypnobirthing isn't just this nice idea. It is scientifically backed, scientifically proven. If we have negative beliefs about birth, that will release adrenaline, trigger our fight or flight response, create fear, which creates tension, which creates pain. And then we end up in this awful situation in birth where the wrong hormones are flowing through our body. We're fearful, we're terrified, we're tensed up, we're in pain, and we are stopping the normal process of birth from taking place. The two main hormones that are actually essential for birth to move forward are oxytocin, which helps our uterus to contract, and endorphins, which are our natural pain relieving hormone. And in order for these to release, we need to be really calm and in control and really relaxed. So you can see that having fear and anxiety and being really tense is not going to help support the right hormones to flow for birth. If we have the right hormones flowing, we will feel calmer, we will experience less discomfort, and we will be more relaxed. So how do we get there, and what tools do we use? The first tool that we use is, in the name hypnobirthing, it's hypnosis. Now, I think the hypnosis part of things is the bit that really kind of puts people off or makes people have an assumption about what this is. Because again, with hypnotism and hypnosis, we have an idea in our head that it's someone swinging a pendulum or a watch and someone acting like a chicken on stage. Mind control. But actually what hypnosis is, it's self-hypnosis. So it is all controlled by you, and it is just a form of very deep relaxation. When we are completely relaxed, we can turn off that noisy thinking brain, which is making us stress and panic about things. And we can access the subconscious mind and put in new beliefs, new positive beliefs about birth. So not only does self-hypnosis help you get into a really calm, relaxed state, it's also helping you to input new information into the subconscious mind, to put more confidence in, more trust in your body, more positive stories and beliefs around birth, because they are out there and they do exist. We're not lying to ourselves, we're not telling ourselves Birth is a normal process. It is a normal process, and your brain needs to support that. By using self-hypnosis as well, it means that you're going to be able to let go of that tension in your body. You're letting go of the fear, you're letting go of that tension, and in turn, you're turning down your stress response and not allowing more discomfort and more pain to creep into your body. One of the other techniques that we use are breathing techniques. And I know sometimes you hear people just kind of saying, oh, can't just breathe my way through birth, but there is a reason for these breathing techniques. If you breathe in for 4 and out for 8, your breath being double the length on the out breath is signaling to your body to turn off any stress responses and to be in a calm and relaxed state. Breathing patterns help your muscles to relax. It helps you to let go of that tension, and it helps to get oxygen around to particular parts of the body that actually need it. So in this case, your uterus muscle needs as much oxygen as it can get. If your fight or flight response is turned on, all your oxygenated blood is going to go to your arms and legs, so you're ready to fight. And it means it's going to take away all that oxygenated blood from the uterus, which will then create more tension, more pain, and it won't be able to contract efficiently. So not only is your breathing helping you to keep calm, relaxed, and focused, it's also supporting your uterus, and it's continuing to get oxygen to the baby as well. Retraining the brain using techniques such as visualization and positive affirmations. These again are 2 tools and techniques that can seem a little bit woo-woo, but they are scientifically backed. And in other videos, I will go into a lot more detail about how you can use them, how they work. But today, I'm just here to let you know that these are 2 more tools to retrain the brain, to help you let go of negative beliefs, perceived beliefs, things you think about birth that perhaps aren't true or aren't relative to you, and to help you start to build new beliefs, new confidence, and trust in your body. We are constantly visualizing how something's going to go, perhaps terribly, or we're always affirming things to ourselves that are negative. So we do these things all the time anyway. We picture things going wrong. We tell ourselves we're not very good at things. So all that we're doing in hypnobirthing is, again, shifting that mindset to not always reach for the negative thought first, but to think about how things can go well. Think about how we can look forward to things. Think about how actually birth is an incredible experience and we can't wait to go through it. It's all about how can I train my brain to think positively about birth? How can I train my brain to understand it's a normal process? How can I get my brain and my body to connect harmoniously so that they can work together through that process of birthing my baby? The other thing that hypnobirthing does is go into a really deep understanding of the process of birth. What's happening at every step of the way. If you have an understanding of what's going on with your body, you know exactly how to move, how to respond, how to work with your body and not fight against it. So it is really important to have a real in-depth knowledge of the birthing process so that you can work with your body every step of the way. And when you have all these hypnobirthing tools and techniques you've learned, you know exactly when to use them and how they will support that birthing process. Once you have all this knowledge and understanding about your body and how to work with it, it then gets you to start questioning about things that you want for your birth. If my environment affects my hormones, where do I want to give birth? If this particular intervention interrupts the progress of my labour, how do I feel about that? What do I want? So a hypnobirthing course is also going to help you to understand how to make choices, informed choices, and not just go along with hospital policy or things that your midwife might offer to everyone to perhaps speed things along, or just things that they would offer to anyone generically, rather than thinking about your particular circumstances and what might be right for you. So it will help you to start questioning things. It will help you to start thinking about how you can keep things in your control. And even if you do end up agreeing to what a midwife has suggested, you've gone on your own process of understanding why that's suited to you and your needs. And you'll get to a decision in a much better way by asking questions, understanding, and moving forward, because you've got all that knowledge of birth, you've got all that understanding, and it will help you to move forward. So whether this is your first baby, or perhaps it's your second or third, perhaps you had a terrible experience in labour and birth the first time round like I did, and you're looking for a better way. Having an in-depth understanding of your mind and body is crucial, because how you feel about birth affects everything. It affects the process, it affects how you move forward. And of course, how your birth goes affects how you feel after. And when you want to be on cloud 9 when your baby is here, but you're completely traumatized from what you've just experienced in birth, that is really difficult. And with hypnobirthing, we're not promising a particular type of birth. I'm not saying that you're going to have this wonderful, straightforward, pain-free birth. What I'm telling you is that this is going to help you have an understanding so that it remains your birth, so that you remain in control, you can make decisions. And if particular things come up and you've got to make quick, fast decisions, you can. And if you do end up having an induction, or you do end up having a cesarean, you can still make it your own birth. You can still make sure you're part of that process. You can still make sure that you are calm and in control. You can still have a wonderful, calm, positive cesarean section. This is all going to help. This is all going to contribute, and it's all going to help how you feel afterwards about the birth that you had. So if you want to continue to learn, to get confident and feel empowered for birth, and just soak up every little bit of knowledge that you can, then please do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to upload weekly content, weekly videos, tools, techniques, everything that you can use and apply to your labour and birth to ensure that you're feeling really confident, really ready. And that applies to your birthing partner as well. It's so important that they are just as clued up as you are, and that you can work together as a team, be on the same page, and have a really good experience. So thank you for watching. I hope I've got you excited. I hope I've got you intrigued to know more, and I will see you on my next video and continue to guide and support you through this journey. Thank you for watching.